Alright, so today we are going to be talking about finding the area of a regular polygon. So the formula for finding the area of a regular polygon is going to be area equals 1/2 A times P. And our A is going to be our apothem, and the P is going to be the perimeter. Perimeter. Possibly spelled right, possibly spelled incorrectly. Total toss up on that one. So A is apothem, P is perimeter, and both of these measurements will be given to you in this lesson for the most part. And if we remember, perimeter is the total distance around the outside of the shape. So if we add up all the exterior edges and we add those up, then we get our perimeter, as in the total distance around the outside. Now the apothem is going to be a new term for us, and what that is the measurement from the center of the figure to any outside, to any of the number of sides on the outside of the figure. Now that line goes from the center to any of the sides, and it intersects the side at a 90-degree angle. So it is perpendicular to any side. So, for example, in number 1, they have an apothem drawn in for us. Now the apothem could also look like this. It could look like that. It could look like that. So there are a number of different ways we could draw in the apothem. It just depends on which side we go to on that. So let's look at our first example. So in this first example, we have a decagon, meaning a 10-sided figure. So it is a decagon, it is 10-sided. Oh, sorry about that. That was brewing for a hot minute there. So since it's a decagon, for us to find the perimeter, we need to multiply our side length, which is 31 feet, 31 times 10 to get our perimeter. So our perimeter is going to equal 310 feet. Now our apothem is given to us at 47.7 feet. And the apothems are typically a decimal by the nature of the beast. So our apothem being 47.7 feet and our perimeter being 310, that means when we plug this into our formula, we're going to have the area of this figure equals 1/2 times our apothem, which is 47.7, times our perimeter, which is 310. So when I type this into the calculator, what I actually do is I do 47.7 times 310, and then I divide that by 2, because multiplying by 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. But the reason I do that is just, for me, it's easier to say 47.7 times 310 equals, then just hit that divided button, 2. It's just easier for me to type that in than to go through the hassle of doing the fraction button. And when we type that into our calculator, we get 7,393.5 feet squared. Remember, when we're labeling these, it needs to be feet squared, because we're talking about the whole area of the figure, the whole inside. We're not talking linear feet. So, continuing on our merry way, let's look at this hexagon next. So, of course, this hexagon has 6 sides. So, for our perimeter, we're going to multiply the side length times 6. So, we have 59.8 times 6, which is going to give us a perimeter of 358.8 centimeters. So now we have all of our necessary measurements. We are going to plug them into our formula. So area of this figure is going to equal 1/2 times 69 times 358.8 centimeters. And we punch that into our handy dandy calculator, and we get, if we type it in correctly, that will help. So 69 times 358.8 equals, divided by 2, and we get 12,378.6 centimeters squared. Lovely. All right, so for our final shape, we have a a heptagon, and a heptagon is 7-sided. So we have a 7-sided figure here. So we're going to take that side length, multiply it by 7. So 29 times 7 equals, perimeter equals 203. Now we plug it into our formula. Area equals 1/2 times the apothem, which is 30.1, times our perimeter, which is 203. And we're going to do some handy dandy calculator punching, and we get 203 times 30.1 equals, divided by 2 equals, and we get 3,055.15 centimeters squared. All right, so just as a quick recap, our steps for this, what we are going to want to do is, step 1, we are going to want to calculate our apothem, if not given, slash perimeter. So we calculate our apothem slash perimeter. Secondly, we plug it in into our formula. Gonna need an M in there. You know what, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Formula. Spelling. Pay attention in language arts, or else you'll end up a math teacher like me. So we plug it into our formula, and our formula is, of course, area equals 1/2 our apothem times perimeter. All right, have a great rest of your day.